So today's video is a fun one where we're doing some testing. The other day we already did the first batch of testing where we ran 45 minutes one direction, 45 minutes back the other direction. We took the cylinder head temperatures, the engine temperature read by the heat sensor, and then the oil temperature.
Right.
And we did that on a 2018 Milwaukee 8 Softail that has a free-flowing air cleaner. It has a free-flowing exhaust with some Thunder Torque inserts in it. And it has on that run, it had a tune in it with the Power Vision, and we got all the numbers on that. And for grins and giggles, we also ran the M8 Tri-Glide, same speed, same route, everything the same, just to see what the numbers were in comparison.
Right.
And we'll put those numbers up on the screen right now.
Right. And it's worth noting the M8 Trike was equipped with oil cooler, oil filter relocation kits.
Yeah, tank lift, cooling deflector wings.
Right.
Still has the factory exhaust on it, and it still has the factory tune in it. But it's twin cooled. So it has the coolant and the radiators and the fans and all that. Whereas the Softail is oil cooled with the big radiator. So that's so look at the numbers from the first run. And today we're getting ready to do the second run. What are we going to do today?
Second run, we're going to convert the tune back to the factory tune. Still going to be running the high flow air cleaner and the high flow exhaust system, which again is a baffleless OEM muffler setup with Thunder Torque inserts.
Yeah, and so we're going to run the factory tune one way, and then we're going to put it back
to the DynoJet CAN map on the way back.
A few other things that will be interesting. The other day when we ran it, and the ambient temperatures were 83 to 86 degrees. Today it's going to be closer to probably 93, 95 degrees.
Correct.
So it'll be interesting to see what difference the ambient temperature makes in the oil temperature and the engine temperatures, because we know that it's not linear, but we just want to look and see what the difference is with that big oil cooler that Harley puts on the M8 Softails.
Right, right. And we know that big factory oil cooler on the Softails works very well. We're going to find out how well.
The other thing that was really surprising, for the very first time in the hundreds of heat tests we've done, the last run we did with the tune in it on the M8, the rear cylinder was cooler than the front cylinder. We've never ever seen that before. We triple, quadruple checked it. The rear cylinder was cooler, so we're thinking it was the tune, but we're going to find out. So, time to go out there in the heat and ride some boring interstate miles.
Yeah. With the factory tune, the rear cylinder was hotter than the front, but not by as much as usual. But with the DynoJet tune, the rear cylinder was cooler. It is dumping extra fuel in there to cool it down. The DynoJet tune on the second run was a bit hotter because the ambient temp was at 95 versus the 93 on the factory tune, but also because the DynoJet tune had more advanced timing, which resulted in a bit hotter temps. Finally, on this bike, it shows that HD did some more things right with the M8 Softail besides lifting the tank and besides getting the coil relocated for better airflow. These things we've been doing for over a decade. They also used a much bigger oil cooler, also something we've been doing for over a decade, and got that oil temp down where it should be. In this chart, you'll see a comparison of our first day of testing compared to our second day of testing. Notice the ambient temps are about 10 degrees hotter on the second day. Another thing you will notice is that the temperature increases, particularly of the oil temp, are not linear. The oil temp on the first day, with an ambient temp of 83 to 86 degrees, was at 208. The oil temp on the second day, which was much hotter, at 92 to 95 degrees, the oil temp was 225 degrees. So a significant increase in oil temp, but only a 10-degree increase in ambient temperature.
If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up.
Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when our next video comes out, and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out.
You all ride safe out there.